Alright guys, today is June 12th. Optic is officially sold to Immortals. Pretty monumental day for the organization, and whether that affects us or not, as of right now, not so much. Not so much until at least the end of the year. Not sure if we're gonna go into franchising with Immortals or what's gonna happen in the future, but right now, the next 4 months are pretty much guaranteed. We're gonna be Optic Gaming. What the COD burner said, what he posted saying, you know, we're gonna be sold one by one. He's proven wrong again.
So after Fort Worth, sort of the decision to go back to our original specialist, even though other teams were using other ones, sort of was like, as a whole, after we realized at the cross-divisional split, after we lost to 100 Thieves, we watched it back and we saw that Teej didn't even use Grab Slam an entire map. So we're like, clearly we gotta change that up. Seth has never really been one to grapple around, move around the map like in a jetpack fashion.
Right now, what is it? Right here, right now, 33 degrees Celsius in this room. The math on that, it's hot as fuck in here. This shit is like, it's gotta be Africa in here, man. Like, this shit's hot. Yep. Got Seth the chicken bacon ranch. Makeshift. They don't have those here in Europe. It's I don't know. They just didn't have it on the menu. I had to get it for him. I had to custom make it. It's got turkey bacon and stuff. He said it's not good.
You know, about a week went by of scrims that were just completely unproductive. These were when streams were on, and we pretty much were just wasting time doing the same old. We weren't getting better, we weren't getting worse. We were just literally getting on for no apparent reason other than to just play the scrim. So one day I kind of freaked the fuck out and decided to absolutely go off. And to make a point, I just wanted to get off that day. I'm like, why are we even playing? So I think that was actually the last day of scrims that were being streamed. And I know that all the viewers, all the fans, it sucks for you guys, but at the end of the day, if we would have kept doing what we were doing right there, I really think that we would have got like a terrible placing at London. So.
Use the Hellstorm, use the Lightning. 10 seconds away, the game is theirs.
Be hit. Streak invested by Dashi. It finds Tommy. Can he find anybody else over towards the new hill? Yes, of course he can. Dylan will fall as Dashi with 30 kills, 5 seconds, all that Optic Gaming need for Reciprocity. You're looking at a 100-point comeback, and bear in mind, Dashi still has a streak. Is he even gonna have to use it? I don't think so. Karma with 2, Scump with 1. And Optic Gaming take the advantage in the series.
Wasn't there for Reciprocity.
Oh my God!
Read, but Dash.
He's a walking montage! He's a walking montage, people! Well, good pitch comes through. That's the result when Karma's controller works. This is going to be so hard. Kind of force a slow peek. 3 players shooting at it. Dashi finds the pick. Ruskin falls. Optic Gaming spring to a 2-0 lead. Can somehow Reciprocity try and break through? Shawnee's inside the hill, 6 versus 3. What else does Reciprocity have left in their tank? They take it down to the final couple of lives. The first tick in A is through. Halfway through the second, kills are going to be so important. But Karma's go for the pinch, and Dashi shuts down the last player.
Or in the next match, we'd play Rec. We pretty much smoked them. I think that was a 3-0, so that went over pretty fast. Rec was sort of not the same team we saw them at Fort Worth, but we didn't realize it at the time. At the time, we were like, you know, we just beat the team that got 3rd pretty easily last event, so we were feeling, you know, on top of the world. And then the last match of the night was 100 Thieves. We were both 2-0 at the time, so it was just a battle for first or second.
We're literally winning, bro.
Save that streak for defense, but they've got a couple more as Skunk goes huge. They were 6 in a row for him. Him and Karma really going off at the same time, and a big part of why they had that 5 in a row stretch. Suddenly and Slasher by himself. Dashy gets hit low, heals, repops, takes the gunfight. Kenny mid-map, we've got him highlighted. He's likely the one that has to make the play, but Dashy gets 3, and Karma makes the play inside a post. Now 10 seconds, and only 3 players up for 100 Thieves. Optic can hold. Optic can hold. There's the kills, and Optic, they take the control. Throughout this whole hard point, and now into our 3rd set of rotations. We're back in to the central fountain.
TJ able to find 2 though, and Abel has to dive on in. It's all green in the kill feed.
That could be it. That could be it. No one able to get in, and Optic get revenge.
I see a guy out or just
Well, yeah,
shooting
we tried
you
to
with
wait
the
one
Maddox.
time, we got slammed. 3 of us.
Yeah.
It was us 3.
Oh, yeah, I temp you
Yeah.
too.
But then after that, we still didn't wait.
Dude, if I flicked like a little bit higher, I killed him before
Then I
he
spawned up
grabbed.
Spiral too, based on.
Oh, like over rock right side?
Yeah, if I had like
Wait,
a,
you killed
like
an
half
Able
of it,
coming out of rock?
Like,
I
swear.
killed Enable and then I killed
Yeah.
Kenny Spiral.
Bro, I was sitting there like, I was top open. He just literally
Oh yeah,
full
no, at
sprinted.
the end, yeah, he jumped in the
I
hill
got
right
him
in front
one
of me.
shot, but I was like, oh no, did I just cost? And then I looked open door and killed Slasher, and then you killed him, and I was like, oh, it's over.
No, yeah, I was like under the ledge. He just slid right into me.
They hit old.
Rock hill?
Well, yeah, because hitting rock, you can get control of open the easiest from rock and like Spiral.
Yeah, but we had a biggest split spawn. Like we were,
Yeah, because
we were top bar and I was spiral.
They have to do 360s.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Just fucking hit old.
I just
Those
went
8
connector.
seconds.
Yeah, I just went connector and just help connector at the bottom bar.
Wait, Seth, I knew we won when you were trapped in sushi in gridlock. It was 6-5, or maybe it was like 7-6, and I slid cancel the door, and Slasher, I know he sits in the deep left corner, looking in sushi.
Well, one was
And I
trapped in
actually
that close left corner for no joke 30 seconds with an ICR. I was like, I just want to hit him out, but I couldn't because they had like
Well,
3
Slasher was
front.
watching over it, and then I slid the corner and just absolutely shit on
He
him.
was there for 30 seconds. I was like, when is he gonna hit it? When is he gonna hit it? It was like 30. I was like, what the fuck?
Moving on to Saturday was winners bracket round 1 versus Faze, and Faze was, their pool was kind of weird. It was like everyone, or 2 people got 2-1, 2 people got 1-2. So it was a crazy last couple matches for them, for their pool, to see who made it out. Our pool finished before theirs, so we got to watch a little. You know, they're a good team, but they're all kind of new.
They're on it. They're on it. It's halfway there. It's still going. They've got to pick him off. It's just about to be done. They're just able to get him off. And that's going to be the game to Optic. That's going to be 2 down, and now the flood comes in. The green wall surging forward. Can FaZe Clan hold on inside? There seems to be too much of a presence here from Optic. There's still 2 players up. The reinforcements, though, coming in from FaZe Clan. They've only got 5 lives left, but Dashy lights up 2. There's the final capture point, and Optic.
That's sort of like a team built around at least like 3 out of 5 S&D stars, and you know, for some reason they can't win S&D, so it's a little bit weird, but we ended up taking that match pretty quickly, from what I recall. I feel like that team, you know, their S&D needs work. I feel like maybe ASIM plays too fast. Zero needs to be more comfortable with the ICR. Sort of like myself. I mean, it's funny that I'm giving that criticism.
Wait, that guy was flying to the
Like, if
sky,
you die,
dude.
you can land full health. That was like, yeah, it was like fucking playing duck hunt, dude. Just killing them over and over. Like, it was the freest kill.
You can hear yourself very loudly.
I'm not doing interviews. Up there, no more. Drop a 2.0, I'm not doing it. Fuck that.
Winners bracket round 2 was Heretics. Heretics recently, they switched their roles around to how they were before. And we sort of talked to them after, or not after, but before the match, after they beat Splice. So we actually would have played Splice, but Heretics beat them. And they were pretty much saying that, you know, their practice is so limited that they have no idea, you know, what works or what doesn't work, because their level of competition is, not to be offensive, but they said it's low. Like, so pretty much like I could give Tej the ICR and I could run the SOG, and if we were playing like top 32 teams, like we would probably still beat them and still smoke them. So it's just like, it's really hard to gauge, you know, what works and what doesn't when you're not playing the highest level of competition.
Well, they're throwing one more life at it. Journey, he's gonna back. Well, he gets taken down. His teammate backs on down. So yeah, there's A. And then right away, here we go. They're gonna try to go from A to B as quick as possible behind these streaks. There's 3 dead. You have 1 player alive inside of Vents. That's gonna be lucky. Who's gonna go on a flank. Well, let's see if he can make a play. He's able to find Dashy, but there's a lightning strike. It's gonna be so tough to retake this behind these streaks.
They've got to try and get through, but the second bit of progress is in. And Optic and Team with the top 12 finish at our last event have shut up the downers.
We beat them 3-0. At this point, we're 6-0 in winners bracket, and we're playing 100 Thieves tomorrow.
No, but that play, Tyler's elite. No one else does it because all the ICRs want fucking kills.
Yeah.
When it's like, it literally makes it like unbreakable.
Yeah, Santa fucking 4 of them ran.
Dude, I was literally like, I was shooting, I shot 35 bullets and got a hit mark on every single one of them. Every 35 bullets straight hit markers.
Like, I thought they were all just about to flood hill, and literally I see 4 guys in my death camp just run backwards.
Bro, after like 15, 20 bullets, I'm like, am I gonna get a fucking kill, man?
Crimsix now, making the play happen, trying to charge through. We've still got the time accumulating for Optic Gaming. They're looking to get a solid 20 out of this because no one from 100 Thieves is in any position to push it. Priester drops, and finally, like that, Optic take control.
The last 2 half points these guys played, it was a 16-point game and a 20-point game. Are we gonna see the same? Are Optic Gaming gonna fight their way back into it? Do they have that fire? Do they have that tenacity?
Unless Optic can get on the point, it's gonna happen. Here comes number 9. That's gonna be Scuffy as he sears through. He finds one. It's an immediate trade out. We're still on the point. 100 Thieves, they're holding the line. They hold the line.
It's a little bit too far as the bomb is gonna go down. And Karma's gonna find Octane, and that's gonna be a victory for the Green Wolves.
They're holding on. 5-3. 100 Thieves now with a chance to capture the point. Optic, they've got 3 lives left to do this. It's going back and forth. It all comes down to 100 Thieves have done it. He's going to clean kills, and he has managed to take Optic out of the picture for the time being. 10
seconds for the win. We do have an empty hardpoint. The battle upstairs, Slashers winning it. 5 for the win. After tragedy in Fort Worth, destiny arrives.
I had cameras.
So I ran off the door, like backside.
No, I was
like
window. Yeah, we got 3-piece window.
And then Kenny went window.
One went window.
Yeah, Kenny solo went window, got a 3-piece. Solo went window, got a 3-piece.
With like 2 or 3 of them. Like,
Solo went window,
outside.
got a 3-piece.
Shooting like that with a Tempest very well could be an opening, but Clay's there to assist. It's 11v5, 15 seconds on the clock. Optic need a borderline miracle, but a couple of kills come through. Avizi with a grab slam, 3 lives left. Karma has to make the play. Avizi shuts him down. 2 more plays for Optic Gaming, and Avizi kills them all. United, again on Championship Sunday, haven't lost a match. They booked their ticket into CWL London's Grand Final.
Again, Arsenal Hardpoint was actually one of our stronger maps online and at the tournament, so that's sort of why we decided to play that versus EU. But again, just couldn't win it. Yeah, I think the sort of meta that both Hunter T did, which was 2 ICRs, I think they ran 2 ICRs, 2 Maddoxes, 1 SOG. For some reason it worked. And then we tried to use that against E United. But then E United ran 2 SOGs. It was like 2 Maddoxes and 1 ICR, like a standard setup, and it didn't work. So that was a classic case of trying to copy a strat that isn't necessarily your play style, and it complete and utter fails.
Damon was like bottom off his steps, and like he climbed up, and Damon got bad timing on the guy that went elevator, and then like let's say we're fighting back and forth at barrels, we need to get middle control or fucking like first side. We need to like get up on their side, so they can't just they run out of time eventually.
I even did it on top of the ledge so it would kill the guy and not fucking block the wall. It only kills 1.
And then somebody said they had somebody said they had window, bro.
I don't think anyone said it, but we saw where Damon was on the minimap and thought they had it.
Somebody fucking said they had it. No, I remember in the comms somebody said, yo, I'm like, yo, somebody got window, somebody fucking, yo, I got window.
The only thing I said.
I'm like, yo, Seth, open the door. I see 2 of them in lobby, and then I get shot in the ass. He pops a ward. You get shot in the ass too, right? With the ward.
That trophy that being there too, you would have killed it too.
No, I didn't even see that shit. I blew it up today.
Yeah.
I like shot 2, and then there's a fucking trophy. I blew it up, shot it again, hit flag, and I died from window.
We died to war a lot those 2 series.
But yeah, so Infinite, what they did wrong, pretty much everything. They thought that they could expand by just throwing money into stuff when it's esports, and you know the fan base and the demographic of the fan base is so much more than that. That never works, at least in esports, probably not in anything. But pretty much it was just a really bad situation. I remember trying to do like roster stuff. Thank God for Malik, because most people under Infinite did not work weekends. And you know, like Hector said in a previous video, esports operates on a 24/7 basis almost. You know, if something is really important and it's 4 a.m. and I'm calling Hector to, you know, this needs to happen immediately, like he's gonna wake up and do it. And Infinite just did not do that. So like stuff like player-wise, player to organization communication was pretty terrible, and they. But overall, that's besides the point. Like esports organizations can still survive with that happening, but the whole idea, the whole big picture that they were trying to paint was just, it was so wrong. So, you know, I'm sort of viewing this as a good thing for the whole Optic brand, but at the same time, the bid to Hector would have been a great thing. So, you know, I just want to say, just honestly, just the big middle finger to Infinite, because I don't know. Oh man, their fuck ups are just, it would not fit in a Twitter tweet. That's for damn sure. There's not enough characters to describe how many times I messed up, but I honestly, leaving Infinite has been such a big sigh of relief. I'm not gonna say fuck that certain person, but he wasn't entirely at fault. So I think he's receiving a lot of hate, but he was at fault. But there's so many. He was like the middleman, guys. That's what you guys don't understand. He was like the yes no man, but he just said yes to everything. So it was just a terrible situation to be in, and I'm finally excited to say that we are out of it. Whether this new situation with Immortals is infinitely better, no pun intended, or infinitely worse, I have no idea. So just keeping an open mind right now, and you know, focusing all of my attention on the tournament and not really so much on this situation. But I had to talk about this for the video. So the next 4 months are guaranteed. We're Optic Gaming, so you don't have to stress about that. Whether what happens during franchising, it's all I'm gonna say is that it's gonna be an interesting month in October and late September. So probably gonna be a lot of moving parts in the off season, a lot of phone calls, a lot of meetings. So personally for me as a player, that's gonna suck. Would rather prefer to hang out during the off season, but at the end of the day, you know, the teams have been looking great. I think a lot of people are gonna be pleasantly surprised, and I think that, you know, London, if I were to rate it, I would say London was like 80% of our potential. No, 75. League, we may, between 70 and 80% of our potential. We may have gotten a little bit worse at League because of the teams we played. No offense, but Division A was probably a little bit easier. But yeah, after practice, you know, we actually took things a lot more seriously. We realized, you know, this is a time to step up. This is a time to get better. This is a time to, you know, be the best again. And I think we've done just that.